In this edition of Teleios U verse by verse, we're going to review Ephesians 2. Chapter 2 wonderfully describes salvation and then begins to discuss the church. Verses 1 to 3 detail man's pre-salvation state. Verses 4 to 7 describe regeneration through spiritual baptism. Upon belief, we are identified with Christ's death and resurrection. Verses 8 to 9 indicate salvation is completely by faith alone. Verse 10 teaches that believers can serve God after being remade, which results from salvation by faith. Verses 11 to 12 note that Gentiles especially should be grateful for salvation because they were once far away, not only from God, but from the people who were chosen to deliver his message, the Jews. Verses 13 to 14 describe that in the church times, God has made both Jews and Gentiles equal as one entity, reconciling them to each other. Verses 15 to 18 show God further reconciled this new single entity to himself by faith in Christ, thus ending the enmity between man and God and bringing peace. Verses 19 to 22 note that reconciled Christians are placed into the church through Christ, who is the cornerstone and built upon the foundation of the prophets and apostles. It is through the church that God manages his people and causes them to be fruitful. Join us next week as we start Ephesians 3. Thanks for joining us.